Okay. Let's see. First of all, what's on? See if I'm actually recording. I am. Okay. All right. Okay. What I want to know is if my mic will be recording even if I'm not in party. I think what I'll do is this. So I'm new to all this recording stuff, but I think you'll think I'm pretty fucking funny most of the time. Okay. So I'm probably gonna swear, just so you know. Alright. Okay, so this is Fallout 76. There's a lot to this game. So it's based on Fallout, I guess 1, or no, 2, 3, 4, New Vegas, all sorts of stuff. This is 76. It's their first online foray into this. So, whoops, I didn't need to do that. Okay, so what I am going to do. Okay, so here's the deal. The story is basically that some nuclear bombs hit in like 2077, but before then there was some sort of split in society, like what we think of as what would be the future. It's more like what they thought the future would be like in the 50s, if that makes any sense. So there's a lot of like radio tubes and stuff, but no like silicon computers, so like no Silicon Valley stuff, right? So the aesthetic, it's actually called like Googie or something like that. Like the architecture looks very 50s. There's a very 50s aesthetic to everything. Um, and there's actually a lot of humor. So I played Fallout 4. I didn't play New Vegas, so I'm kind of one of those, you know, kind of casual. I played Fallout 4, but I didn't like marry myself to everything. So I'm kind of I'm casual, but I play a lot. If that makes any sense. I don't take it too seriously. Um, so anyway, so I'm just going to kind of take you through this. This game can have several. You can have up to 5 characters on your PS4 version of this game. I hope so. Let me see if I can figure out a way to find out. Let's see. I'm looking on Facebook right now. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, distracted. Okay. Okay. So I'm trying to see if this is showing up anywhere on my page. Nope, maybe not. Okay. Well, let me look on YouTube here. All right. All right. Well, It's not really adding, so it's okay. I guess I'll just go on then. All right, so okay, so you have to take care of yourself. You've got a camp. You've got missions to do. You saw I was suffering from dehydration, so let's talk about what's on the main screen first. Okay, so right now I'm in third person. I can also be in first person. I can get away if I want to. Um, right now I'm just kind of running down the road. So on the left-hand side at the bottom, we see that we are on a casual team. I don't know those people. Um, the team, there are public teams and private teams. A lot of people will join public teams for various reasons. Um, that's what you see at the bottom left are the 3 people on the public team. The little blue bar with the little lock on it, or the chain link on it, shows that we have bonded, which means, basically it means we've been on a team for more than like 3 minutes or something like that. It takes about 3 minutes or so for the bond to go. That X3 bonus means we are getting a bonus to intelligence. So that's a whole thing that we're going to get into in a little while. Okay. Those are your attributes. So we'll get on to that though. Alright. Below that you see HP. That's my health. So right now my health is full. In the middle on the bottom you see the compass. So there's a compass that shows you, you know, what's near us. So you can see symbols. The more faint they are, the further away they are. I can also bring up a map by hitting options. There's also some lag, and so I can see, so that's me right there. Okay, that little triangle. I'm facing more or less south, and I'm on this road here. As you can see, it's a very big map. Whoa. It's pretty big. So, it's set in West Virginia in 2076, I guess. Actually, I think it's after that, but this is the map from then, I guess. And the different symbols we'll get into later, but basically this is a workshop. This V, that's somebody's camp, so that's another player. The V means they're a vendor, and we can go visit that camp. Okay. On the bottom right, you'll see that thing that just popped up in a second. On the bottom right, you'll see a bar. There's like a fork and knife and water. So the fork and knife is for food. The drop is for water. I'm very thirsty and really pretty darn hungry too. Below that is my AP or action points. So you can see most of it's red. That's because I'm starving and really thirsty. So I have very little like movement ability. See, as I go forward, that white bar goes down. Yeah, that's my action point. So I don't have very much because I have dire needs right now. So once I take care of those, things will be better. Okay. So the story is the bombs fell in 2077, I believe, somewhere in mid-October or so, because there's a lot of Halloween stuff around. Anyway, and this is sometime after that. Some people were put into vaults, including us, and we left from Vault 76. Okay, so right now I am looking to find a place. Okay, so I am carrying way too much stuff. If you look at the bottom right even further, there's a little gene symbol, like our DNA symbol. That means I have mutations. The orange one, the weight one, that means I have too many. I'm overweight, basically over encumbered. I'm carrying too much stuff. And that little pill probably means, oh gosh, let's see what that little pill means. Let's see. Oh, I took Radaway, probably about 23 minutes ago. And that just has different effects that maybe some medications might have. Okay, so in here we can see too, right? So casual team, because of the 3 people on the casual team on the bottom left, we're getting additional 3 intelligence. I must have taken a Radaway some time ago. My disease resistance is down. I'm over encumbered, so I can't even run. I'm very hungry, so I have fewer action points, and also I could get sick. And then all these are mutations. We'll get into that later. It's a whole different story. It's a whole nother path that you don't have to worry about until you're like level 30. And I'm also dehydrated, so AP reduction health points, and disease resistance. So really, I need to take care of these problems. Okay, so um, if I look at the map and I see, oh, you know what? We're gonna go back to that guy's camp because this Somerville Dock. See how there's some, I don't know, there's probably some bad guys there. See if I hit that. So that's called VATS. Stands for Vault Aiming Technology System or something like that, and it basically is a way to lock onto things. VATS uses its own action point meter, sort of, because you can get what's called critical shots. Anyway, but it's a really nice way to aim at enemies, or even to find out if there's enemies around. I can just, for me it's L1, that's a standard one. If I hit, so right now I don't have enough action points to do VATS. If I give it a second here and let it fill up, if I hit, so I'm hitting L1, I'm not getting anything because there's nothing around to shoot. So, anyway, so that tent there means that there's a camp. The fact that it's a V means there are vendors. So this is a player. Most players have things open on their camp for you to use. They might have food. They might have water. And this is actually another player. This isn't a player's ally. That's a whole other thing too. Actually, he's a settler. Never mind. Okay, so, alright. I got a little ahead of myself. I'm going to pick up this junk. Everything you can pick up at the beginning is a good idea to do because you will need materials for things. But, of course, it does make me have too much carry weight too. So, we will get to that. Anyway, I'm going to go check out this guy's camp, which is actually down there. This was an existing building in the game. This is this guy's camp. So I'm hoping he'll have water. He probably won't have food. I have a mutation, which means I can really only eat meat for it to do any good. So, but I am gonna hope that he has water. Okay, he's got several pieces of machinery that can be helpful. We're not quite ready to talk about those yet. He may have water purifiers around though, so that would be great if he does. I can jump higher than a normal beginner can, so, because I'm not a beginner. I am at level 227, as you can see. Alright. Let's see if this dude has water. I really would like it if he does. Oh, here he does. Okay. Water, purified water. So I can take his water. They're not shooting at me. Oh, I was getting stuck there. Jump over this. Alright, so now I can drink some water. So I bring up what's called the Pip-Boy. So it's, here, I'll show you this way. It's that thing on the wrist. Okay, so I bring up the Pip-Boy and it's like this 50s looking screen. So that's it right there. Don't worry about that voice. Here you can find out all sorts of information, but right now I'm going to go to item and aid, so that's where I'm going to start, and I'm going to go down to purified water. Oh, I can also drink inert flux. So watch my bar on the bottom right, see how it goes up as I drink. Inert flux and purified water will do the same thing. And now most of my action points are back, so now I can actually move a little bit better. Okay, I also need food though. Now, I have a mutation called carnivore, which means that
Where you sleep at night.
Yeah, me too. Alright. Oh, so people leave their things open, which honestly, I leave mine open too, and I expect that people are going to take stuff, so it doesn't mean you're stealing, because if they locked it, then they would have a problem with it. Okay. So anyway, food. So you can eat vegetable-based things or meat-based. And I have it set so that I get more benefit out of meat, but I get nothing out of vegetables, so that's why I need to cook some meat. Now, I can also, though, eat pre-war food, like this preserved Instamash, for example. So as I eat that, and, whoops, that's a beer, potato crisps, you know, I can eat these various things, and they'll help too. Not as much as a fresh cooked meal would, though. So, anyway. So look, now I'm all healthy. Right now, I can move a lot easier. But I'm still over encumbered. If you look at the bottom right of my Pip-Boy screen, you see 521 over 366. That means I'm carrying 521 weight. I really only can carry 366 without having problems. So I need to scrap. So I've been picking up a whole bunch of stuff. So what I'm going to do is go to this bench and see how it says craft, scrap items, and modifier repair. I'm going to go to scrap items, and then at the very bottom we see scrap all junk. I'm going to hit that. I'm going to scrap it. That's immediately going to take a bunch of weight off. Then I'm going to go to my weapons. Now I don't need any of these weapons. As you get started, you're probably going to start with something really low end. You might need to keep a few, but the biggest problem is to keep people keeping way too much stuff. And then I'm going to also get rid of any extra armor that I can scrap. So if there's things that you can... Okay, so there's like clothes and stuff which are all cosmetic. And then there's weapons and apparel. You can pick those up and you can scrap them. And as you scrap weapons and armor, I should say, not just apparel but armor, you'll actually learn different modifications for them. So anyway, I don't actually see any plain old armor here just yet, so I collect a few things and try to sell them. So anyway, so now I'm down to 488 out of 366. I also have Fallout First, which is an extra subscription program, which means that all of the scrap that I have under my junk now, whoops, all of this is going to weigh nothing. It's free to keep. So I'm going to go ahead and scrap all my junk. Except I want to keep that hardened mass and Stingwing Barb right now. So now I'm down to 483. Still not great. Okay, so I got to figure out what it is that I'm carrying that's weighing so much. I think I probably know. Okay, so if I look at my stuff, whoops, junk. So we have here weapons. I actually don't have too many weapons. Apparel, we already looked at that. Miscellaneous, or I'm sorry, aid. Aid I have a lot of, so I'm going to drop all this spoiled stuff. You can use spoiled to make fertilizer, but right now I don't care about that. I have 557 stim packs, but I do have a card that it makes them weigh 90% less, so what I'm going to look for here is inert flux, whoops, and just extra stuff I don't need to carry. Okay, actually, wait, I'm going to pause one moment, and I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Said waking from deep sleep could be disorienting, but this is unreal. Or surreal. Okay, let's see. But Sagan, you say, how do I get to the Pip-Boy? You bring up circle. That brings it up. Okay. Alright, so that is my bag of stuff that I dropped. We'll talk about the mechanics of that later too. So, okay. What else do I have that's too heavy? Excuse me, my guess is I've got some ore and stuff in here. Now I can sort by weight and see what I have that weighs something. This is all individual though. But really, let's see, what is it? The hardened masses. That was half pounds or 0.6. It's an ammo. Okay. Okay, so fusion cores weigh 3 pounds apiece. That's a lot. That's a lot of weight when you think about it. To carry around. I mean, 1, 2, 3. There's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 at 3 pounds apiece. That's 45 pounds worth of fusion cores. Yeah, I think I'm going to be dropping some of those, right? Plasma cores too. They weigh a pound apiece. That's 24 pounds worth of plasma cores. I do not need all of that. What I can try to do is store it in my box. Do I have room? Oh, I do. Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to go to ammo. We're going to store these. Okay. Plasma cores. Mini nukes. Those are heavy too. And a bunch of fusion cores. It's my weight going down already. I mean, geez, I do not need these. Okay, now I'm actually down to 429. Holy shit, still pretty bad. Okay, let's see where we are. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is see. Clear out my CAD. Shop, okay. What I can do is turn in legendaries, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So that's to the right of where I am. We're gonna go.
Graduate school headaches weren't this bad.
Oh yeah, okay, fine. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, I should be a team leader. This Patty and Daddy, I try to make friends with them. So I meet up people all the time, and I take people under my wing all the time. And this guy wasn't interested, so his loss. Because honestly, I would set him up. I set people up with weapons, armor, stim packs, whatever you need. You know, I get it. I'm happy to set you up because I know how it is when you first start. You know. And people were nice to me at the beginning, so I want to be nice to other people. Alright, let me see how we're doing here. Okay, I'm going to turn this way a little bit. So, every time I go by a workshop, which is this icon here, like that one, there was one here that's got something else over it. That's a workshop. You see how it has food 5, silver 1, oil 1, 3, water 5? That means that those resources are at that workshop. I can take it over and then I can harvest them as I want to. I can set up like extractors and things. I'm not going to do it. Every time you go by, you can go by one of these workshops, you're going to get a prompt to do it, as if it's a mission you need to do. I'm telling you now, you do not need to do them, okay? You can do them if you need materials. You can do them if you need fusion cores. It's a way to get fusion cores. You can do them if you need materials in other ways. But you do not have to do any of them. Because if you start one, you're going to have to clear it out and then defend it and then keep defending it. So it's impractical to do every one you walk by because it's just impractical. Alright, so...
Going to be a good fight.
You know it's not. You're gonna die really fast. Hold on. Let's make you die even faster. Oh! Since I died. Ha 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 ha. Well, that's my secret guy. That's fine. Oh my god, we have to come down here though. Okay. Really is when questions come in that's gonna be better, so. I know I don't even have anybody watching now, and that's fine, but I'm just wanting to answer questions. I am a good teacher. It's true. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna go back. So when you die like that, you drop your loot. So I'm gonna go back and get my loot. Although now I can probably no, still can't move. Okay. It isn't even much loot, but I'm still gonna go back and get it so you can see what it looks like. So normally you default to a paper bag. I have one that looks like a lunch pail. There's some that look like little gravestones, some that look like meat piles, some that look like piles of bones, some that look like little duffel bags. My friend has one that looks like a bowling bag. It's the coolest one I've ever seen. He's the only one who I've ever seen with a bowling bag. Anyway. Alright. So I'm using that VAT system. That's the green. It helps me aim. Totally unrealistic, and people who think they're great gamers because they can fly one of these VAT systems, they really aren't. It's not like this, you know. Holy shit! Okay, so I'm gonna swear a lot. Because, you know what it is? Because I'm running a mutation called empath, which means I actually take... What happens is the empath takes more damage and the team takes less. Now, if more than one person has empath on, they both take less, right? But if I'm the only one with it, it sucks because I'm taking extra damage. So that guy probably doesn't even know that I'm taking his damage for him, but whatever. Whatever. I'm also pouring another gin and tonic. Whoa! Oh, shitballs. Okay, that's a little swear. It's gonna happen. Alright. Let me put this on here. Yep. Alright. So I'm just gonna keep talking, I guess. Alright. Go back to the Charleston Herald. I can't go here. I can only go to a place that I've been to. Whew. Gin and tonic, yeah. Now, it doesn't mean that if I set my tent down, I wouldn't have to start way back here. But I did, so I did. Alright, so I can even see my little skull and crossbones there, which means that's where I died last. And that's going to be harder to find the previous bag. Although, maybe if I didn't pick anything up, it might still be there. If I didn't pick up anything extra, because, you know, like if I had 20 things in a bag and then I picked up one thing, it'll only drop the one thing. And it only drops junk. It doesn't drop weapons. It doesn't drop aid, armor, notes, anything important like that. Oh, these are little deposits. We'll talk about those later too. Alright, so, okay, so I got my hard mass. That's the important thing. Anyway, I can also I can also loot. If more than one person was with, like if we had another person with me, they could loot too. You're not gonna take anything away from them. So feel free to loot. Unless it's like something that's sitting out, that's the only time. Alright, so we're just gonna walk through here. Oops, pick up that stuff actually. Because you caught me kind of in the middle of some things, so it's gonna be different than when you start out. But I might actually start a whole person just to, you know, show what it looks like. Alright. Where was I going? Not that way. I meant to be going to the train station, so we're gonna turn around. Go west. We're gonna go around this airport, though. Alright. It's alright. I have pistachios. The salt and pepper ones are awesome. I'm gonna mute while I eat my pistachio, so. Okay, as you can see the faint train station, train symbol at the bottom. If I had not discovered it yet, it would be like an outline just now instead of solid. Which is nice because it's a way to see if you have, you know, if there's things in your area that you haven't discovered yet. I have my action and my jump buttons different. So my jump is X and my action is triangle. So I might say it wrong. I've seen the natural jump with X. Okay, that was really gross. Alright. So at every train station there is a place to turn in legendaries, a vendor. There might be one without a vendor, but just one. And a stash box. And maybe other things too, right? But at least those three things. At every Red Rocket there's a stash box, and oh, there's also some sort of workbench you can... Alright, so this machine is what I was coming here for. I want to turn in legendaries. So legendary items are the things that have extra stars. They're like special weapons and armor.
Free supply here, citizen.
See the things over on the right hand side that have the stars. Those are ones that are in my vendor, but I really need to sell some stuff. So let's like get rid of it. Okay, so we're gonna sort by weight. So that's L3. So I get to weight. Okay, I'm gonna go to see what I have that weighs the most. That I want to get rid of. That's a problem. Okay, I have too many good guns, especially on this character. It's a problem. Okay. That's something I can get rid of. That's something I can get rid of. That is anything that says pipe, pretty much. Heat pitchfork, I just think it's fun.
Attention citizens, nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you
Okay,
for
that
your
sounds scary, but
cooperation.
it's really not anything to worry about. I'm not worried. Let's get rid of a few other things here. Just need to scrap some of this stuff. I just know that where we are, I don't even think you can nuke. And even if you could, there's no reason to. So, we'll be fine. There we are, and I'll show you in just a sec. Watch, I'll be wrong. But really, like, I'm confident if I would even bother looking if I weren't on here. Okay. It's really slow right now for whatever reason. I don't know if it's my PS4 or what, but it's really slow right now. Okay, let's gonna see what I can do. Alright, so let's see where this is. See, not where we are. It's way down here. Yeah. Sometimes it might be up here, but it's usually way down there. Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna go out to that machine. What must be the other side? And turn in these legendary weapons. So, if you see on the bottom right, it says 150. That's how much script. It's called script. It's like a kind of currency that I can get for these legendary weapons. So I'm gonna go by weight again, because it's always a problem. Okay, so like this is a 2-star piece of armor. If you look in the middle column, the bottom it says value is 9. This I'm going to be taking up 9 of that script, but it's 10 pounds, so yay. Okay. This one's only 3, but it has a lot of weight, so yep. Okay, that I'm not going to get rid of because I like it too much. It's my gun, so it's also reduced weight. It's still 7 pounds. Okay. Right now I'm just kind of getting rid of everything. Well, as I get down to the bottom, now if I don't, as long as I don't get out of here, I still have the option of backing out and like taking some stuff back so I can get as close to an even 150 as possible. So 46, for example, would be 3-star. Well, I think I'm going to do this though. I'm going to do this and this. That's 24. So I can go. I could take something back. I could take back a 5-pointer. Okay, I could take this back, right, and do my 24 pounds, and that's still only 4 pounds. That's not so much, right? I can go to this, which is actually only 0.70, but still, I'm gonna get rid of it anyway. Yeah, so I'm at 0. And now I have a 201 script, so that's something I can use to spend on either other legendaries. Oh, that's just the new form off, we'll be fine. Or some other items. So that also should have lightened my load a bit. 436, not yet, but I pulled a lot of that out of my box, so that means I can put stuff back into my box. Okay. Controlling all this stuff is, oh my god, it takes a lot. Oh, I've got some regular weapons on me. Okay, so let me go over here. See, there's my bench, and I can scrap. Even though it says weapons, I can scrap anything that's able to be scrapped, which also sometimes means things I don't want to scrap. So the dress I'm wearing is actually really expensive. It's hard to get, I should say. Anyway, all right. Now, I still have the scrap on me, but I don't. It weighs less than this junk. Okay. Gonna put that away. All these things on me, so I'm going to get rid of. Now, so this is 1.6. It actually weighs 16 in my box, but can't do much about that. Okay. I know, it's a lot of talking, right? Okay, and it's really being slow. I might take a break from all this explaining a little bit. There's a lot to talk about. So I think I'm going to stop doing this for the moment. But catch up with me. I'm going to try to be more organized in the future. Oh my god. I don't think I have any, I'm sure. Okay.